Warning: this podcast may contain explicit content. Parental approval advised. Hello everyone, welcome to Speed Limit Podcast. And this episode is brought to you by Daily Deviate, our number one newspaper in our server, Deviate Delight. Please visit their website at dailydeviate.com. That's dailydeviate.com. And also shout out to Captain Happy Keldrick, this pirate radio. Please visit his website at deviateradio.com. That's deviateradio.com. And also a shout out to my friend who makes hot sauce, an amazing hot sauce. And it's kind of funny that he had me commented as speed limit in his website. If you want to check that out just for fun, go ahead and check his website. It's samshouse.com. That's samshahouse.com. samshouse.com. So our guest today, he is a dagger combat rogue from Genesis, and he also has a fire mage from NTG, Next Tour Guide. And he also is the owner of the Alliance AQ40 GTKP. So please welcome. His fire mage is Nobtelect. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Gnoptlekt. And his rogue is Senioriatafire.
It says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish. You give him
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Great. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good. There's
Recording now?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good night to everyone. Thanks for the invitation, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm always excited when there's you guests that who willing to talk and stuff.
Aw, you melt my heart. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I am a very chatty person. If someone hasn't told you that already before.
Oh yeah, cool. So right now, what are you up to right now?
Right now, I'm getting boosted. TVC is coming out, and I'm gonna need my cooldowns, tailors, basically.
In Alliance side, how much are they charging for boosting?
It depends. Right now, I'm getting a free boost.
That's the best.
My guildie boosted me before, but now I'm getting boosted by another dude called Booster Use.
Nice.
Mage.
What level are you right now?
I'm a druid at 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
And druid, you said?
Yeah, Shed Druid. But I'm gonna level more tunes after. First, I need to reach 35 for the 300, I think.
Cool.
And then I have to go to 60, for the cooldowns
TBC.
later. Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Are you ready though?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah?
I'm ready. For the most part, I'm ready.
Yeah, so you're in NTG, right? Next Tour Guide.
So yeah, my mage is in NTG, but I don't know if you heard that NTG stopped raiding a while ago.
Oh no.
Yeah, they stopped. I think the GM he just decided that it was enough for him and his group. He made a poll, and most of the raiders didn't want to continue, so NTG is on a hiatus right now. I don't know
I see.
if they'll go to TVC or not, but yeah, NTG right now it's done. But I raid with my other tune, my rogue on Genesis.
Cool, man. Yeah, I forgot that we had BWL today. GDKP. But
Oh, you have that in Horde side? I didn't know that.
yep. Right now we're on Firema.
Oh,
But-
you're rating right now while you're doing this?
Yeah, it's I thought about it. I'm like, am I gonna be okay rating healing this? But I've done it before. I did AQ. I interviewed somebody, and AQ was kind of a little tougher to heal because I'm a healer, I guess. But
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah,
So you're from Purge? Huh,
Yes.
Purge.
yes. What do you think so far with Purge?
I don't have the best opinions, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You willing to share your story on the negative impact from your experience with Purge?
Well, Flocka, basically,
Mhm,
with Purge bot before.
mhm.
I know he doesn't have that account active anymore, so I mean that's good to know.
Oh,
At least.
Flocka. Okay, can I clarify something
Yeah.
right quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, Purge bot has nothing to do with the guild Purge.
No, but I know that he was on Purge, like on he has a tune there, right? I
Nope,
think it's a priest.
nope. I don't think so. Because we are careful now on inviting people here. Recently, my real life friend couldn't get in because of that situation. We are really, really careful now on who to invite because, that special occasions where some of the griefing alliance would, or, from the opposite faction would create a alliance or a horde and then join another guild just to check things out whenever people are, so they can hop into their alliance and do the purging or whatever they need to do to grief the other player. But yeah, we don't have Civet.
Sylvet, there we
Yep.
go.
Yeah,
But
we
he
don't-
was there.
Nope,
He was there on Purge. Yeah, he was. I remember I saw his tag. No.
he was. Maybe maybe this was before we knew who he really was. Because how long was that ago?
Well, when Chrono Boom came out, basically a little bit before that, even maybe a couple of weeks before the Chrono Boom, and then but after that, he was active all the time, purging people, Booty
I
Bay,
see.
and I know he did the same on Ogrimmar with
see.
his yeah.
But I didn't know about him having a Purge bot account until like maybe 2 weeks before I invited him to do a podcast.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna clarify something to my guildies here after we're done. I'm gonna ask him some question if he really was. It seems like if he was, that would have been the case where we're just ignoring the fact that that crap could happen, where another faction would join our guild just for mapping out characters in Azeroth and targeting them. But that's the only thing I can think of that we would allow Purge bot in the guild, unless there's like a troll in our guild who just invites people and kick them out right away. Because we've done that with a few alliances. We've done that with who's that lady? No, she's a rogue. I forgot her name.
Oh, yeah, a rogue that used to camp in what's the name of the city?
Oh God, hold on.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking
What
about.
the hell? Hold on.
In wetlands, right? That rogue, Menethil Harbor. It was not Corona. Bacteria? Bacteria.
No, not bacteria. She's alliance.
Alliance rogue.
Defies Banshee. Defies
Oh,
Bandit. Defies
yeah.
Bandit.
Okay, yeah, okay. I
So
remember.
yeah, we knew that she's alliance, but we invited her to our guild, and after the fact that she hopped into her Alliance character and started ganking one of our officers.
Oh my god.
So our officer just kicked her.
Yeah,
So-
that's a shitty move. in
Yeah,
my
so that's
opinion.
the story. Maybe somebody knew who he was, and then he started doing that, and then he got kicked out of the guild. But I doubt that we invited him just because he was Sylvet. But yeah, that's the back end of the story. I'll let you know more in details later on after we're done here. So
Okay.
just to clarify things.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, but apart from Flock, I mean, the, you know that Purge has a, how can I say this, a reputation of ganking players before.
Mhm.
I mean, you tried to gank Genesis before too,
Mhm.
and then I don't know if you recall the whole ganking you happened,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah, yeah. Yes,
as a retaliation.
it is.
You
And
know, but I mean, it was looked for. I mean, if you didn't mess with us, I guess we would mess with you. I guess
th-
that's how it is.
and you know what? I love that though. Like the interaction between just the opposite faction, Like we hate each other in the game, but in reality, like we can talk to each other. Like if
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
and there's a lot of people out there that are not hardcore but have the mindset that like if you fuck with them, they'll tell you to fuck off even maybe in real life, and that's understandable. You keep your faction, you keeping it real in terms of your separation in the faction, and you're not supposed to get along with each other and stuff like that. But at the same time, with me, it can't happen to me because like then I wouldn't interview Alliance. I wouldn't have.
Exactly. I was like, how are you interviewing alliance players if you're from Perth? Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the idea was I was in Scarab at first, and then I started this thing. Just it was like a whole secret. Like I was on my road. My speed limit is not my main character. It's actually a shaman, Green Hell, which a few people know already. But when it started this, it used to be like this whole secret, huge secret thing. But I'm like, what's the point? So I started like telling people who I was and stuff. So unfortunately, that Purge reputation sometimes doesn't. A lot of Alliance don't like our guild, unfortunately, and my rogue speed limit is in there. So that's the
You just
story
don't
behind
gank,
it.
I guess. I mean, it's part of the game. It's PvP on a PvP server, right? Like,
Yeah.
like you cannot avoid it. But
Yeah, and also I do.
get you some retaliation back.
Yeah, and also I mean it makes sense if we did the same thing to you. You would retaliate too, and that's just how it is. It's supposed to be. We would
I guess so.
we would be disappointed if no one attacked us, because that's one of the that I think of it as like a memorable experience.
Experience. Yeah.
And since TBC is coming, how quick it is, we're gonna miss those kind of interaction. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not gonna happen in Outland, but it because it will happen in Outland, and it's a PvP server. So, I mean, I would be disappointed as well if there's no world PvP that's happening in Outland. They designed that first map right there when you enter as a PvP map.
Yeah.
So that's the point of that. It's like you go in and you kill each other and it's fun.
Oh, definitely. And I will miss. I mean, I wouldn't be in a PvP server if I didn't at least try to PvP every once in a while. That night that we counter gang,
Uh-huh.
Perch, it was so fun. Like I had so much fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I get why you do it,
Mhm.
but I have to. But to myself, I understand that it's like kind of annoying to some people, anyway. But
Oh
it
yeah,
was-
I mean, fuck man,
it was
those
funny as fuck.
buffs. Yeah, those buffs that people have been working on, and can't wait until they get that buff so that the next day or a couple of days later get to do next, and that shit happens. It's just like, oh
Yeah, it's
fuck.
yeah, it's a little heartbreaking. Now with
Yeah.
the Chronomoon, how does that affect it? I'm not
Oh,
saying your personally, but Perch, way of.
oh, we've been really good at it, and the thing is, it's more of saving time for our warlock. Shout out to Equi, because he's been so freaking amazing on summoning people. That's all he does. Like before our raid start, every freaking week, no matter what raid we're in, he's there. So like, never like he almost never misses a day where he doesn't summon. So that's part of that that's gonna help him with his time, so he can do other things on his time rather than summoning people in the island or in Nax. We don't have to do that anymore when we can tuck in our buffs and go in there on our own.
Exactly. No, it's a good addition, but I mean, I know part of the Perch, and correct me if I'm wrong. Perch idea was to exactly that, perch people's buffs, right?
Hmm.
But how the Chronoboon has affected that to you guys? Like, have you stopped doing it altogether? Do you just be people for fun, or like you go
uh
to the cities, or what do you do now?
so what do you mean, just like in terms of rating or in terms of?
In terms of ganking players and taking off their
Oh,
buffs.
um well, the funny thing is a few of my guildies were just in Stormwind today
Oh
to
yeah, I saw
kill.
Meliora. I saw
Yeah,
Mitsea. Yeah.
and you know why they're there all the time? I mean,
Uh,
it's pretty obvious that they just
yeah.
want to kill shit, but
Yeah.
yeah, it has something to do with that ganking. So they're doubling down on. No, it's part of us. I'm part of it, so we're doubling down on that gank, and we loved it so much that we're like, okay, we're gonna show them. We're never gonna stop. We're gonna go to Stormwind, and find as many alliance as we can, and just go nuts. And that's how it is.
Yeah, it's fun. I like PvP, and I don't mind if I get killed. Like, I only care when I get my buffs purged, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. At the same
But now
time,
with the Chrono it's okay.
yeah, the crazy thing about that is just it's a game, but you're so sensitive that it's gonna affect the way you feel if your buffs are gone. That's calling it like something else. Like it's such, I don't know. It's almost like a hardcore mode when you're leveling a character and you have to delete it after you worked hard on some parts, but fortunately that you, and you're just losing your buff, you can get it again.
Yeah, but having buffs is so much fun. You know that it helps a lot in terms of execution and time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
And it's
yeah,
fun. You just have to pump.
yeah. Speaking of that execution, how did you guys do? You guys one night Nax at all, or like what's your schedule like when
Well,
you're
with
on the peak
yeah,
of domination or whatever you call it?
well, with I'm gonna tell you with both my experiences with NTG and Genesis. So
Mm-hmm.
with NTG, all the time that I was there, I wasn't there for much time. When you interviewed Sally,
Mm-hmm.
I know she's one of the OG members of NTG. I'm more like one of the newest additions to it. I
Mm-hmm.
think I joined NTG back in January when they were like looking for players for their second uh, day of next, which
Mm-hmm.
was a Sunday morning. So I joined, and NTG is a high performance guild. They cleared it in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, I remember the fastest Nax that I had with them was 2 hours 40 minutes, 15 out of 15.
Mm-hmm.
So that day was pretty good. But then after that, I don't know what started to happen. Maybe people just started to get over with the game, and the time went up and up and up. Eventually, I think the last next we did it was like almost 4 hours, if not 4 hours. One clear a day, but
Mm-hmm.
still like almost 4 hours. And I was
For
like, okay, like we went from this to this, and I was like, but it's fine. At least we're clearing it, and I'm still getting gear and having fun. And at the end, I like the NTG guys a lot. So
for
the
sure.
first week, the first week that they stopped, I was like, not spamming, but bothering the GM. Yo, what are we gonna do now? Like, are we gonna keep raiding? Because I didn't want to stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but they didn't reply, and at the end, I knew it was just like, it's over, it's over.
I see.
So that's with NTG. With Genesis though, we still raid Nax, and we're probably gonna keep raiding until the end.
Mm-hmm.
With Genesis is different because when I joined Genesis, it was back in December. My rogue at that time, she wasn't that very geared. Like, she had the 0.5 and tier 2 that I got from Entitled Skull DKP before they transferred to Benediction. And I was fine. Like, my gear was okay. We started doing Nax. I joined Genesis. It was a progression. When I joined NTG, I already had the experience from doing Nax with Genesis. So I knew what I was getting into, but with Genesis, it was completely blind because we all started at the same level, not doing it like never ever. Or some people did it before back in 06, but it's like almost 15 years.
For sure.
Doing that. So we progressed. It took us hard work. Eventually, we got it down to 2 nights and a full clear 2 nights. But now we are clearing next in under 3 hours. I think our last clear was on Tuesday. It was 2 hours 45, 2 hours 15 minutes, 15 out of 15, and we've been pretty consistent clearing it one night for the last 1 or 2 months. Yeah,
that's really good. Do you notice in back in NTG, when you had your main raid with you, did you notice like a few people that would like leave and then get replaced by new ones who don't know the fight and stuff like that? Does that affect your time and
Flocka
strategy or
Flocka?
Yeah. What happened?
When you interviewed him, he also told you. Yeah, he told you. Yeah, I was in NTG and then I got kicked because I called this and that to the GM. I think from the interview, he told you that. I didn't know. I didn't know the reason. Now I know because of the interview. But he was in NTG for a week, maximum 2 weeks, and then he got kicked. And I didn't ask why. And I was like, and Flocka, he was a member of Genesis before. Like, even before I joined, he was a member of Genesis. No, wait, no. When I joined, even we still rated Nax. Flocka was there, I remember. And one of the funniest situations that happened with Flocka is that he called my officers in Genesis, you are my foreskins.
This fucked up.
Yeah, he called them foreskins, and I don't know why. I mean, Flocka is a weird guy. Like, but he called them foreskins, and they were like, okay. But then after that, his performance wasn't like that high. I mean,
yeah.
Like, sometimes you can be a player and talk shit. Like, you can say, "Oh, look, I'm good," or "Look, fuck you." But
sure,
you have evidence to back it up. Like,
yeah.
It's fine. It's a little shit talk, but he was calling everyone foreskins, and he wasn't even that good of a player. So at the end, they just got bored of him. They kicked him from Genesis. I think then he joined Soltari, and then they kicked him from Soltari. Then he joined NTG, and they kicked him from NTG. And then I think, he's been in every guild, man.
Do you think he is what he is right now because of that situation? Because he told me. He told me that no, he didn't tell me specifically because I can barely like get information from him when I talk to him. He was just just saying short sentences
short answers. Yeah.
But when talking to somebody about him, they told me that apparently he wasn't listening with the whole honor pool system, so he broke the what do you call that, like the system?
He was also a bracket breaker.
Breaker, yes, thank you. So that's mainly the part of the reason why he can't get into other guilds out there because of that.
Mm, Genesis didn't care.
Oh,
We
okay.
at least for what I've known is
Mm-hmm.
that that doesn't really affect the rate, the next Rama's rate itself. Yeah, like sure, it can give you a bad name, so it's a combination of factors. Maybe that was one. I haven't asked my GMs exactly why you kicked Flocka or all the reasons, like name this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that he was kind of toxic player anyways. So he was toxic. He was calling my GMs foreskins. He wasn't that good of a player. So I think
Yeah.
it's just a combination of a lot of factors. And maybe yeah, you can throw in the fact that he was a bracket breaker,
Mm-hmm.
and all of that combined just give him a kick. At least that's from the Genesis side of things. I don't know from the NTG side. Well, he said he admitted that he called an officer. I don't recall what he said exactly, but it wasn't something nice.
Oh no.
So yeah. So no, I mean he can say whatever he wants. Like yeah, I got kicked because of this, but I think it was more of his type of behaving with everyone that
Mm-hmm.
ultimately got him kicked. Like again, as he said, you can talk shit, but at least if you're like a decent player with your guildies, you're not calling them names or you're not being an asshole in general. Like why would you get kicked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there has to be something else.
For sure. And what does your guild? What did your guild think of Sele going in a podcast and getting interviewed with?
Oh, I don't know if they heard the silly one, but
Yeah.
I know that they heard the Flocka one
Yeah.
because he was an ex guildie for a time,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone in Genesis is like, yeah, this guy is weird. Just this Flocka is he's an asshole in general. We think that he's an asshole in general because he's actually an asshole. Like purging people every single day. Like I got purged by him twice
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
before that run.
And he knows you personally too, or like
I
he
don't
knows
know.
everybody from the guild, or?
Probably he saw my Genesis stack and I was like, okay, Genesis, fucking.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because that's the same mentality that we have in our guild, but we don't just dispel right away. We just kill unless I think Shinola does that though, or
Yeah, Shinola does that. Yeah,
yeah. So yeah,
yeah,
that's part.
Shinola got
That's
once too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy, man.
Shinola.
And
Who
what,
else?
what
Javin too, but I don't think Javin is from Perch, or is he?
does the Genesis guild know that I'm interviewing you?
Told them that you were gonna interview me today. Yeah.
Nice. What did they say? I'm curious.
What did they say? I mean, they said basically, okay, just don't say anything bad. Because I myself I am kind of a flamer player sometimes when
Yeah.
I get like
Ah,
in
shit.
a
That's the best time though,
mentality.
unless you're and you're reasonable and you're not just burst out getting angry and
No,
crap like that. But if
like
you're
if
reasonable
people
enough,
start fucking with me,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
people are gonna love you for it.
Oh, I trust me. I have some people here in the Lion side that doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made my own enemies, but I mean it's fine. You cannot like to everyone, I guess.
That's for sure. Again, like that's why I think this is one of the best MMOs that are out there. It's in your character where it's like a character development, or even if you don't develop your character, if you're consistent about your treating people and other players out there are pretty consistent.
Yeah,
It's one of those things
no,
that you can apply to reality.
I'm mostly nice. Okay, I like don't think wrong. I'm mostly
Mhm.
like a nice guy. I rarely talk like that, or say bad stuff. Like I don't mess with anyone on the alliance side. The only thing I do on world chat is that I spam my
Mhm.
gold KP spam. That's all.
I see. I
And
see.
sometimes I engage in the casual, like talking in world, but It's not like I'm saying, "Oh, fuck you this, fuck you that," you know. Unless you provoke me,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't happen. But yeah, people know Senioriatafire on the chat.
Senioriatafire on Horde side, right?
No, Senioriatafire on the Alliance.
Alliance, and the Horde side is.
I don't have a Horton.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I thought you
I don't.
said you had a Horde
Oh
on the
no! My
message.
mage is also in Alliance. Noblect is Alliance. My rogue is Alliance too.
I see.
Senioriatafire. Yeah. Oh, they know both my mage and my rogue.
I see. I see. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool, man. How
Well,
many
Javin
characters?
loves me.
How many characters do you have?
Like that I actually play,
Yeah.
or in general, like with
Oh,
bank
in
builds and
general,
shit.
maybe like above 55, above 50.
About over 50, just three. It's
Just
my
three.
rogue Senioriatafire, which is my main right now.
Mm-hmm.
My mage Noblect and my priest Anastasius.
Cool.
I have 3 6s, yeah. I thought about playing with my priest more, but then, TVC is gonna hit so quick that I don't think it's worth it anymore.
I know.
Just
So what do you think? Like, what are you planning now? I mean, you're still boosting your druid. Wouldn't that be the same thing, or you're just having fun with druid more?
I just won the cooldowns basically. Uh,
What do you mean?
for the professions for Taylor and shit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the new Mooncloth and stuff, the new Spellcloth, Firecloth, no Shadowcloth, Spellcloth, and Primal Mooncloth.
So
Those are the three new ones.
that's what you're leveling your druid for, is to be a tailor, or not tailor, to farm those kinds of stuff in
Farm,
Outland.
yeah, basically, yeah,
Oh, I see. I see. Is that
yeah.
more efficient than farming herbs and mining?
Don't know. I guess I'll just
Because
check it out.
druid have instant flight form, and the, those are the best um farming that you can do, is to mine and herb, I heard. But unless,
Oh, right, because they have their own, exactly, flight form.
yeah, and your night elf, right?
Yeah, night
Night
elf.
elf, yes. So you have that shadow meld and flight form macro that you can use.
I didn't thought about it actually. Now that you're like talking
Yeah,
about it.
that's a thing back in Burning Crusade. When people found out about it, they would create a macro that shadow melded them to get them out of combat, and then fly away whenever they want to escape. It's like instantaneous. It's amazing.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah. So look
But
into that.
I will. Maybe I'll level another druid because right now this druid is almost like what? She's 200 Taylor by this point. I don't
Yeah.
think I'll drop it. It cost me money, I'm also buying the silk and shit.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. But how about you, man? Like, are you gonna level tailors too, or leather workers?
You know what? I should have been paying attention to the professions more, but it's not like I don't care. It's just that I'm lazy. I wanted to find the efficient way to make gold, especially, and what I did back in the day, and I never really had the idea or the inkling to save gold. I just spend it. And when I wanted the flying epic mount, it probably took me 3 months to get at least 5,000 gold by just mining and selling jewel crafting stuff. But that took a long time. So I wonder if there's a better way to I'm sure, like, if I ask my guildie, they would have like a bunch of tips that they can give me, whatnot. But at the same time, I kind of want to kind of do research on my own to see what's the best for me to do that. And it seems like the druid, mining and herbing is the best bet for me. But I'm not really 100% sure.
Wait, but you're running gold KPs. You should be loaded with gold, no?
No, well, this is my first time in a while doing GDKP because of the schedule. I couldn't play Friday and Saturdays, and I still can't on Saturday. Sometimes on Sunday, but yeah, it has a lot to do with just the scheduling. So
Just trust me, I've been running my Gold XP for like since probably let me check. I have my Discord. Okay, since February, I started to run the Gold XPs. Since now, until now, this week I'm not doing it because I have my family is at the beach right now, and I'm going to spend Mother's Day with my family. So I'm leaving tomorrow. My Gold XPs are on Saturdays, so unfortunately I cannot run it this week. But I've been running already by this point 11 runs of Gold XP. Oh, and trust me, like they give you the gold for TVC. It's super good. It's super good. I liked it a lot. Like I didn't know that type of run didn't even existed, but when Entitled started to doing it, I was like, wait, what is this? You know, Entitled left the server, right?
yes. I think Dia's in
Yeah, Dia.
Entitled. Yep.
Yeah, she's still here, right?
Yep. She's actually running the GDKP for Horde.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
So-
it doesn't surprise me. Well, she has experience, and I'm pretty sure she still runs with them on Benediction on the Lion side.
Oh yeah, I think she does.
Yeah, so she has experience on it. I mean, it's not a super hard thing to do. The bidding part is actually not that hard. You just use an add-on specifically for that, and it basically does everything automatically. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You just have to find the buyers, you know. And this server being so small, it's hard to find buyers. I don't know who manages your Gold XP, but trust me, finding buyers in this server is hard. I struggle every week to find buyers.
Oh, for sure, especially when TBC's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, but people want to level their paladins and shamans.
That's
No,
true.
it sucks that it's just 2 weeks of a pre patch.
I know, man. That's what everybody's saying. Like, I mean, I'm not. I seen Asmongold, just a few 10 minutes of how he explained his opinion about it, and I agreed like a lot with a lot of them. It's too quick. That's what he basically said. It's like it's too quick. I don't know if you've seen that when he talked about it.
It's a video that he uploaded yesterday or a couple days ago, I think.
Maybe a couple of days ago.
You know that cloning is gonna be $35, no?
Yeah, cloning 35 and
Boosting one character is 40,
40.
and
Yes,
the deluxe is $70. Man, it's just a steal. And I'm from Latin America. I'm from Peru.
Peru. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Peruvian.
Are you in Peru right now, or are you?
Yeah, I live here.
Sweet.
Thanks. But
Yeah.
to me, it's almost like 3.5 times the amount to you or to any US players.
Mm-hmm.
Because $1 is equal to 3.5 my coin, which is soles. So imagine paying like over $100 just for a copy. It's like so ridiculous.
I
And
know.
I'm sure your Latin American audience understand this because their coin is not as worth as the US dollar, you know.
Well, I interviewed Lambida, but he's from Brazil, and he kind of
Oh.
explained a little bit of it. I forgot how he explained it, but it has something to do with that. That's why he's a booster. So that's all I can tell you about him. He's in Brazil, and he's on the kind of poor side in their area, and he's trying to make money pretty much. But
Yeah.
that's pretty understandable. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I didn't start running the Gold XPs, I don't know what would be of me. Probably won't be even playing WoW. because
Sure, yeah.
you can buy tokens, WoW tokens, in retail for classic gold. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
I'm
true. Yeah,
used.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
So
do that?
yeah, I'm buying my game time with my gold. Basically, it's basically like if I was in retail, I'm just buying tokens.
How are you? Do you have a strategy on you making gold in retail to purchase tokens so you can afford the monthly fee?
I don't play retail. There's a guy that buys, not buys, but trades you gold there, and you trade him gold here.
Oh, so you buy it with cash and then you use it because it's
Not
cheaper
not with cash, with gold.
with gold. Oh, okay.
It's basically trading gold from retail to classic. Like you can look it up like that way.
Oh, wait. I thought there's a confusion there. I thought that you said you played retail to get gold, to farm gold so you can buy WoW tokens. Is that
No,
right? Is that what I heard?
no,
Okay.
no. I'm sorry.
It's a-
It was my mistake.
it's all right.
I pay someone here in classic.
Mhm.
Let's say it's just an example. I give him, I don't know, like 500 gold here, okay?
Oh, okay.
And then we go to retail because you if you play classic, you can access retail. Like it's linked to the same account.
Yes.
So I give him the gold here, all good. We go to retail. He passed me the gold there, and then I buy a token with that gold.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. That makes sense.
And that's working. Has been working for me pretty nicely, actually. Thanks to that, I've been able to keep playing WoW because otherwise I wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. This
Yeah,
game.
no.
So this is the part that how'd you get involved into playing this World of Warcraft? Like, why do you why are you
I
still
hope.
playing it? What's your reasoning behind it? I know that it's pretty awesome just for communication and hanging out with online friends and whatnot. But what this what this does this game made you want to play it
Want to
and
play it.
not just play other games out there?
Well, I always like the idea of playing WoW Classic. Like I remember the first time that I heard WoW, it was on an old video on YouTube. That is the Hakar blood incident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that from OG Vanilla.
Yes.
So, yeah, okay. So that to me, when I saw that video, I was like, "What?"
So let's explain a little bit of it so that if people don't know what that is. Yeah, you're
So
talking about
basically,
the teleportation, right? When you get the blood and you teleport into a major city, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So
Go
basically,
ahead.
what it happened, and I'm sure people that has done CG knows that there's the debuff called Bad Blood. That when Hakar throws at you, you bleed, but you can also make bleed to the people that are next to you. So what happened back there in OG was that shit wasn't fixed. So when pets got it and you dismiss your pet, let's say you kill Hakar and then you went to a city, Ogrim or Stormwind, you called your pet and that pet still had the debuff. So you get the debuff and purposely you go and start infecting everyone. So everyone start getting bad blood. You go to the low level players, they get one shotted by it. You give it to the guards in the cities, they don't die because they have high HP. They just start ticking and start infecting everyone. So when I saw that video, I was like, "What? This is so cool!" Like I was like, "Wow, I want to play this game. I wish I was there back in '06." And then I heard that Classic was coming out, and I was like, "Shit, this is my time to being able to play it." Like I didn't even play much WoW before. I think my cousin bought me 1 month when Mist of Pandaria came out. We
Oh,
played a
sure,
little
sure.
bit. That was my first time playing WoW with Mist of Pandaria. And but that time WoW was very different from what it is on Classic right now. It's like two different games basically.
Sure,
You have
sure.
the Range Finder, Dungeon Finder, and all that shit. Cross realm, dungeons and shit. So it's a different game.
So
So
you
when I
play
played with him, it was fun.
so you played vanilla then? Back then?
No, I was 10 years by that point.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
24. I'm 20. Well, I mean, I could have if I had a PC, but I was
Mm-hmm.
more into consoles. I had my Nintendo Wii, I think, at the time.
Mm-hmm. So from that moment when you saw that bugged ZG, you said to yourself, "Oh, that'd be kind of cool to play." And then when
Yeah,
classic came out, you're like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna be able to play it."
yeah, exactly.
Cool,
And
cool.
that's the reason why I started to play. I played a little bit of a private server. It's
Mm-hmm.
called um, Nostalrius. I think that was the
Nostar.
name of the
Yep.
private
Yes.
server. I played a little bit, like what, maybe a month and a half. I leveled my mage, the
Mm-hmm.
same mage actually, not like that names comes from that private server actually. I
Mm-hmm.
leveled him to 50, and then the server shut down, and I was like, why? And then I saw a new saying that WoW Classic was coming out, and I was like, no way! And I
Cool,
was like,
man.
oh yeah, I want to play this.
So
And
and
then
then your cousin just bought you like 1 month
well, he bought
after.
me a month. He bought me a month of Mist of Pandaria when Mist of Pandaria came out. So I'm talking about
Oh, okay. That
2012.
okay.
I think that's when that expansion came out.
How'd you
We
like that?
tried it. We tried it together,
How
but I didn't have money to pay for it.
I see. And how did you like it? Did you went far and rated and stuff, or?
No, I was a total noob. I think the only thing I did was dungeoning. I leveled a paladin, a protection pally. I
Mm-hmm.
was a miner, so I was mining shit. And then I stopped playing because I didn't understand very much the game. So I
Mm-hmm.
never rated. The first time that I rated was here in Classic last year when I started playing, actually.
I see. And you've been active. You've been an active player ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
joined back in February 2020, and I've been playing since then.
That's pretty awesome, man. That's good to hear. The same thing for me. Um, it's one of the game. It's one of the. I had this longest, the longest subscription in Classic, and
Day one, since day one.
compared to um any retail out there, because the way I would do it in every iteration of retail, I would just play for maybe a couple of months or three, get my one character, a couple of character to max level, and I'm kind of like, nah, I don't want to play this anymore. And part of that reason is that I think it has something to do with the less community. Like, it kind of broke down into more of a single player than having um this type of the way that you play this game is with other people. And I mean, granted, you can do that with other people in retail, but it's more likely that there's no. I think it has something to do with like being in one server where when you're outside the instance, you see each other, and you go in, and then you go out and you see the same people. You know, it's not like shared server.
Yeah, that's the thing about retail, and that's why I'm also playing Classic and not retail. It's because of the community that barely exists in retail. Like when I
Mm.
log to buy my tokens, like I see people spamming, "Yeah, I boost you like reputation. I boost this rate and this rate," and I was like, oh, okay, but
Mm-hmm.
there's no people talking like here, like talking about shit and weird stuff. Like there's no community feeling. You know.
Yeah, especially when especially just, I don't know. It's so weird when you're out there questing in retail. Let's say Miss Pandaria or Legion. It seems like unless you had real life friends that played with you, it made it better, because you know each other, and if you just quest each other and do the things that you do, just the two of you, and either do arena PvP, join LFR, and that's fine. But when it comes to kind of like how classic WoW is, dedication in each time that you put into a raid, you gain gear. It's actually based on how hard you work, and you gain that the same amount of rewards. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't, if you don't work hard, if you work hard in retail, that you won't get anything, but it's more like a team based kind of way in classic.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it matters if you have a guild or not in retail. Like here, you have to have a guild to raid. If you're guildless, unless you're a hell of a player, like you're not gonna raid. You're not gonna raid next Ramas. You're not gonna raid AQ. Like unless there's a bug, I guess, but not next Ramas. So you need the team effort here to progress. And unlike retail, that you just press a button and then you go to the dungeon ASAP or to a raid ASAP. That's why I say you don't need a guild there. You can just play solo, which I guess it's a different type of mentality. What I like to think is that retail is more for the casual player that doesn't have much time to play. Like just go play a couple hours and you're done. The classic is more for the hardcore gamers,
And for single player too, like if they can't make the time on that, casual players, it makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, it worked for me for a couple of months by just not having to have a schedule to raid, by not showing up late. I could just go in the queue, and after I'm done, get out of my room and go do something else.
Exactly. But in classic, you need coordination, a shitload of coordination to do a raid. Gathering 40 people at the same time, it's hard, man.
Yes, it is.
And I tell you, because I manage the GDKP, so it's kind of it's a bug. Technically, it's a bug, but you still have to make sure that everyone comes,
Yeah. Are you excited? Are you excited the compressed 25-man raid? Do you like that idea?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, me too. Yep. That
it's
way,
easier.
Yeah, that way we can. Our plan was, to do 2 different raid teams again, because we have so many people that are benched in Naxxramas, and we're hoping that the people would stay with us in the same amount, so that we can complete our 2 team raid that are 25 man. So that would be perfect for us.
Really? I thought Birch didn't have that many players, but
yeah, we do. Yeah.
Damn.
Let me see. We have 499 guild members.
Oh shit!
But a lot of them are just alts. We have how many 60s in here? Maybe we have maybe 300 60s or 250, something like that.
They're all just one player, or different tunes, like alts and shit.
Well, we have, I think, 50 players that are active. So, yeah, those are the players that are active in our guild, unless they recruited more. I think overall, we have 60. I hope we don't have 60. If we have 50, that's perfect. We could just cut that in half, and 25 and 25.
Damn, nice.
Yeah. So, Burning Crusade, man. It's gonna be quick, and it's gonna be here within
awesome.
3 weeks, man.
The first couple months of TVC are gonna be so packed with activities, man.
Oh shit!
You just have to
I'm so
grind
excited.
the shit out of dungeons.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. Yeah. So it's been like an hour, so I'm gonna call this. Unless, did you explain, or did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about? I mean, I can stay longer if you do. If we haven't covered the stuff that we talked about on Discord.
I didn't even realize that it's been almost an hour.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Well, now I don't know. I just had fun, man. I told you I'm a talker, bro.
Yeah, that's the best. I wish I could get you here longer, but I've been kind of slacking on looking at the time, and I think from now on I'm just gonna have it 1 hour. Like I originally I wanted like 30 minutes and 40 minutes, like that, something like that. But then it kind of got interesting, and then I keep expanding the time. I'm like, oh, who cares? And now I'm just like, I'm just gonna have it like 1 hour, so like it's consistent.
I'm sorry, but thanks for the invitation, man.
Yeah. Any shout outs at all? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I want to shout out to Heavy Zero. He's my GM. I love you, Heavy Zero. I want to shout out to Simenita. Ella habla español también, es argentina, so she understands me.
Badass.
And I want to shout out my friend. I play with a college friend. I've known him for years. His name is Rodion Rascal. He's my buddy. He's my IRL buddy.
Cool.
He joined this server because of me. I thought he wanted to join a different one, the Latino one. I think it's called Lothep. But I told him, don't join that shit, man. Come play with me. And then he joined.
That's what it's about, man. Just playing with your friend, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna miss him because he wants to stay in Classic. He doesn't want to go to TBC.
He doesn't want to go to TBC? Well, maybe we can clone his character or something.
Yeah, but $35, man, it's a lot.
It is. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't think it's fair. If it was like $20, I would have paid like without hesitation. But now
For sure, man. For sure.
I don't think I'll do it. But no, like thanks for inviting me. It was a fun experience. I've never been interviewed before like this.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Cool. Yeah, it's fun.
Maybe we'll do it again. How about that?
When are you gonna? Oh, that sounds great, man. You just let me know.
Like right after TBC, because I'm still gonna do this like in TBC. It's gonna be a whole new world out there that people I'm gonna nag to come to my podcast. Just annoy the hell out of them, even if they don't want to go. So
that's
be
only
prepared.
Players listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna come beyond shit.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Anything else you wanna say or?
No, just thank you, and I'll be down for if you want to do it after again. Just let me know, and I'll wish you the best succeed on your podcast, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. And to your guild as well. Hopefully, you guys get further and further in your.
If you don't try to gank us, unless you want us to kick your ass again.
It can't. Yeah, that can't be controlled, man. It's nature. I think it's just nature. You can't stop a tornado hitting a building. It's just nature. Let's just leave it at that.
That's fine, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for coming in, dude.
No, thanks, and you have a wonderful night, man. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, I guess you too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.